Welcome back. This is Sheed and Tyler. It's presented by Underdog Fantasy. That is Sheed. I am Tyler. We got the homie Bonzi Wells rocking with us through the playoffs. We got Shine on the bathroom cam rocking with us.
Yeah.
And if you want to join the NBA action with us, sign up and use code Sheed. Underdog will give you up to $250 in bonus cash and a special pick. And boys, as you know, every episode, audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast.
Wow.
Before we get to all that, there's a form in chat right now, pinned in chat. Let us know what you want us to discuss. Get some good questions in there. We will get to those at the end of tomorrow's show.
Yes.
How we feeling, boys?
I feel good. You see my glasses?
Yeah.
See my glasses? Y'all see my glasses with my hat?
What's that all
You left
about?
optometrist or something? Like what?
No. You know, it's the champ glasses. You know, champ glasses, champ hat. You know, I just wanted to get that out there real quick. You know, because you know I'm stunting on y'all with my shades, rocking my low.
You talking about last season?
Yeah.
Like you bringing up old stuff?
Old stuff. I mean, we
No,
we talking about current events.
The season that just happened. You know what I'm saying? So don't hate. It's okay. It's okay, my guys.
That's random.
You know,
Whatever.
because I'm proud of my team. Don't hate on me. Because
Anyways.
I'm proud of my team all year round. Rep my team.
Y'all got some issues year round, all right.
Hey, they ain't never tasted success before, so
That's what it is.
niggas is acting up.
I just got a problem with people who leave their home state to go root for another team, states and states over. I got a problem with that.
You did
Go
the
ahead,
same thing with your baseball team.
What you talking about?
What you talking about? You not a White Sox fan?
I'm a Cubs fan.
Cubs, same thing.
We don't got a team in Indiana.
Where are they from?
We don't got a team in Indiana.
Where are they from? All right then.
We don't have a team in Indiana.
Hey, oh!
That's how we started.
Man, this
I thought we
dude
was doing
gets
so
on my
good
nerves.
yesterday.
No, man, I'm telling you. This is just 25 years straight.
Yeah, it's been like this.
Regular.
Hey, we like Step Brothers with your man Will Ferrell in there,
Same exact. Yeah, I can see it.
but with more attitude.
Minnesota staved off elimination, and we didn't have two sweeps, so we get another game. We'll get to that, but Tyronn Lue,
Ooh.
contract extension
We're in the money.
with the Clippers, 5 years, $70 million
We're in the money.
for Tyronn Lue, the fourth highest paid coach behind Steve Kerr, Eric Spoelstra, Greg Popovich.
Class of 98, baby. Got that money. Class of 98, baby.
Money.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of him, man. Congratulations to him, man, because, you know, he deserves it. You know, he's been a winner in this league ever since he, you know, stepped into that number one seat. You know, he's a champion. You know, he's been doing. It's tough to win, you know, but he's always put a competitive team out there every year, and they're right there. You know, a couple tweaks. You know, you never know if he can win another one in LA, but I think he deserves the money. I think this might be, $70 million.
5 years, $70 million.
Oh my goodness! I mean,
Man, that's a player contract.
that's a player. I was about to say that's a max contract. Back in our day, he just got one. He's got a max. Yeah, but I'm proud of him, man. It just keeps giving us hope as coaches, man. That you know that it's out there. So you know you got to keep going, and that's just motivation. That's so motivating for me.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. That's my guy right there. And the thing is, you got to respect it on both sides. He won the chip as a player.
Yeah.
And won a chip as a coach. You know what I'm saying? So you got to respect that on both sides. And like you said, he has a heck of a record as far as, you know, coaching. Definitely a great high winning percentage. But no, he deserves it. He deserves it. He's one of the younger premier coaches in the league. I think he's going to be around for a long time. This won't be his last one.
Not at
I
all.
don't think, unless he wants to leave. You know what I'm saying? You can never tell what somebody want to do. But if he stays in coaching, this won't be his last one.
100%.
Because that 5 years going sweep by just like that, especially in the league.
Well, I mean, as the cap go up, all that stuff go up. You know, Ballmer ready to spend. They open up that new arena.
Yeah.
They're going to spend on players, so you can't just have anybody coaching them. Seems like he's got those guys' respect. I think they've been to the playoffs every year since he's been there.
Yeah.
So, feels like a good move. Versus we see guys get in there and get 1 year, fired.
Yeah.
You have a little success, fired.
Yeah.
So them saying that, them putting that faith in him, 5 years, $70 million.
Because that's, I mean, if you look at it as a coach, that's the best way to have success. You know, like when you getting bounced around as a coach, it's the same as a player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're getting bounced around. If you could make your mark, make your home right there in that one city, then yeah, eventually, guess what? Every year ain't gonna be a losing year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Figure it out.
And,
you know you get time to grow.
Exactly. You know, give me time to get pieces in there, and also thinking about future. Like, okay, all right, so and so's getting older. All right, let's start to move him out. Get a couple new good draft picks coming in here. So they put all of that trust in him, which is good shit, man. Because like you just said a second ago, you know, it's not a lot of black coaches who get to keep that long tenure, and I'm hoping that he stays there for all 5.
Yeah, you know, only thing suck about that is the California taxes.
Woo! It's good problems to have.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have. Cost of living out there.
The roof is the ceiling.
Many are saying that.
Man, golly. 70 million in Indiana is totally different than 70 million in LA. I'm just saying.
What was
1,000%?
We go a lot farther.
What was 70 million in Indiana?
She can buy half the state.
I'm about to say, damn near own the state, yo.
Capitol building.
Yeah, at least.
We did have a game last night. Minnesota stayed alive, 105, Dallas 100. Dallas does lead 3-1. They'll go back to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, 29 points. Cat showed up, like you've been asking, 25 points, 9 of 13 shooting. Luka did have a triple-double, though, 28, 15, and 10.
Yeah.
What did we see last night? How'd they stay alive out there?
Obviously, they're friends of the program because they must have heard us talk
I
about
think so.
how we got that one
Yep.
and start running it up. Man, listen, they got to be friends of the program. But, I mean, it was just good to see, and just, you know, they got that one, and hopefully it turns into 2. I mean, that's what they're hoping for us. But I think, you know, just that game for me, just watching Dallas, it seemed like they was engaged, like they usually, the energy wasn't there. You know, usually they be, you know, the energy, especially in a closeout game to go to the finals, I was expecting them to just really be, Dallas, just to really be all over the place, to really close it out, you know, have a special moment in their building, you know, but, you know, hats off to Minnesota for going in there and, you know what I'm saying, and kind of ruining their parade, because I guarantee they had something planned. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
They had something planned.
Clinching at home?
Yeah, so, you know.
Probably for today.
Yeah, so they had something planned. So, you know, if, you know, I know it feels good for them and keeps their confidence going. And then those young Wolves, man, they're something. You know, they're something, man. Man, they got some pieces, if not this year, you know, they're going to be something to be reckoned with for a long time.
Mm-hmm. They're real Travolta staying alive right now. So, you know, Ant-Man played a good game. And then, again, the X Factor, I told you, is Cat.
I was like, what was different about him? He showed up like you've been asking.
He was, for some reason, something made him aggressive. I don't know if it was the fact of, like, yo, this might be the last game of the year. Yeah. Or something. I don't know if he heard us when we was talking about him.
Fan of the show.
Like,
hey, Cat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But he stepped up where they needed him to, and he was aggressive. Yeah, he was aggressive. Just taking the ball to the hole and, you know, taking that contact and still going through it, make or miss, you know, foul or not. But it's that whole attempt. I'm showing you this aggression. And, yo, it was good. He did what he was supposed to do. Now, here's the question. Can we get that repeat performance? Because we haven't seen that these playoffs. Yeah. You know, it's been sporadic. He's been like every other game or every 2 or 3 games, you know, he comes out with that big game that he's supposed to have for his team. So last night was it. Mm-hmm. So now, because we already know what we're going to get from Ant-Man. Yeah. We already know that. So, you just got to go in there with Cat. You know what you're going to get from Rudy. Go ahead and give me my, you know, little 8 points or whatever, you know, for a couple dump-offs and shit like that. You know what you're going to get from him on offense. But Cat is the catalyst. Y'all like that one, huh? Cat is the catalyst.
Man, I love it.
But no, he is that X factor, though, on a serious note, because he's aggressive on both sides of the ball. On offense, on defense. He picked up a lot of dumbass fouls. Yeah. You know,
if that whole team was in foul trouble. Yeah. That's really what almost killed him.
Mm-hmm. Everybody had at least 4 fouls, you know, game over. But
5, 6,
you turn those non-stabbing in the backcourt, you 35, 50 feet away from the court, and you trying to reach and stab. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, come on, be smarter than that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Say that for the fourth quarter for when you really need the motherfucker, clobber a motherfucker or something. You know what I mean? So, but he's been that foundation, that X factor for him. So whenever he plays good, you know, it looks like shit. Who could stop them? Yeah. Right. Who could stop them? But they got a task in front of him. I'll say that. I'll say that.
Ant-Man did step up. He had 55 points these last 2 games. The previous 3 he had 56 combined. So what do we think? Like, what's working for him now? Because game 1, he said he was tired. He looked tired. This game 4, season on the line, he got his second win to him.
And that's what I was about to say. Looked like he got a second win. I mean, but,
that back against the wall.
Like I was just about to say, when your back's against the wall, man, you know what I'm saying, you can tell he's a fighter, and he's only going to get better and better at it. And just to see how he's been responding after admitting on national TV, I'm tired, and people know how huge it is for somebody to say that. He had to be tired for him to admit, man, I'm just tired out here because it's been a long season for him. But just to see how he's bouncing back, and then he's so aggressive, still got that pop to him.
Yep.
And then it's inspiring the rest of the guys. The other guys see how he's fighting through it and making him, like, obviously, Cat. I can already see Anthony Edwards having an inspiring conversation either with the team pregame or Ant, me and you on the low. We rolling. I'm in your ass, like, bro, we need you. I need you. Pause. I know. I hear what you're saying, but. I mean, I'm on you. Like, Cat, I need you, man. Come on, I need you to offset Kyrie. I'm gonna offset Luka. I'm gonna try to get 30 with his 30, but you got to match Kyrie's 25, and then let the rest of the guys at least. You know what I'm saying? And that's the conversation that he's probably had to have with him. Like, yo, man, I need you to be my Robin. I need you for us to have a chance. And you saw that. What happens? You know what I'm saying? He kind of matched. I think he outplayed Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? I think Kyrie had. I can't remember his numbers exactly, but he didn't have the best game.
Yeah, Kyrie, 6 of 18 shooting, finished with 16 points, as many assists as turnovers.
And they got it done. So, that's got to be the recipe. I mean, Cat got to continue that trend because, like you said, we know what Ant-Man's going to give him.
Mm-hmm. Ant had something to say to Micah Parsons. I don't know if y'all saw him. Michael Parsons was at the game. He had the Luka jersey on with the Ant-Man shoes, like covering both of his bases. And I think we got the video here of what Ant-Man had to say to Mike.
What am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to say we're going to lose game 5? No, I'm not going to never say that. Michael Parsons, he was rocking the AE1s, and I told him he wears size 14. I'll bring back some nice shoes for game 6. That's what I told him.
I love it.
As one of his teammates, do you love it? Do you love?
Yeah.
We love hearing the sound clips, but do his teammates love hearing stuff like that?
Man, because he's backing it up, man. It make you want to go to war with him, man. If you're a warrior, man, you want a leader like that, talking trash, man, you want to help him back it up. This is history in the making. They're going to be talking about this forever. They're going to be bringing this up in his, in his story forever, how he was talking about this, and I'm coming back for game 7, and we won it in Denver. They're going to talk about that forever. He's talking about this, they're going to. I love the way he's speaking up on stuff, and there's power in words, as we know. So he's just trying to speak up on something, and he's doing it. And I love Ant's confidence, man. You need a brother like that on your team, man. It's inspiring. It's very inspiring.
The funny shit about it, though, look at Cat and Mike after he said that.
That's what I'm saying. Do they love it? Because they like, boy.
Yeah, they better.
Well, we better.
We're trying to get to the finals. Man, bro, the finals. They might not never been in this position again in their life, man.
Yep, that's what I was saying.
In their life, man, I better dig deep, man. I got to dig deep. I mean, I can only imagine, because I know you've done it. I've been to the Western Conference Finals twice, so I don't know what it's like to get to that next level past that. You know what I mean? So, man.
Yeah, they got to step up. Because they already know, all right, he's the leader of the team. It was Cat.
Yeah.
Cat was the face of the Timberwolves for quite some time. But, hey, it's a new sheriff in town.
Take your torch, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you. And he out there
running with it,
monkey dunking on Cat. So, for sure. You got to back him up, man.
Yeah.
You got as a team, like that's just an extra couple logs in the fire, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, all right, let me go on. Shit, let me look at this tape some more. I know he don't like it when you put pressure on him going to the left, or however you break the tape down yourself.
Yeah.
Because I know. For all our games, when we lost in the playoffs, for all them years to the Lakers or to the Spurs, when we out there in Portland, that night, I went home and watched that game.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Immediately. Because first, you got to get the nasty taste out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that bad taste. Like, we just fucked lingering up so bad, and you wait till a couple months later or that next season to watch it. Now you feeling like that all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Take your medicine that night.
Let me take that shit right now while it's still fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Get out the way.
And just looking at it and seeing our mistakes and this and that, and knowing what we could do or what I could do better and this and that. So those are little things that you have to look at when someone like that says that. And I was thankful that, my guys backed me up when I said it.
Well, I was gonna say, how did your teammates feel? We got to get some of them in here to ask them. How did they feel about the guarantee?
Man, I mean, I loved it. I mean, and I see how they felt because they backed me up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, do you realize the effort it took Tayshaun to run from like 3/4 court and to run Reggie down? And like, dog, everything, you know how everything in the NBA, like they all say when Jordan hit old boy with the hip
Ryan
joint
Russell.
and he pulled up, they call that the shot.
Yeah.
Well, I call this one with Tayshaun on Reggie Miller the block. Like that's always going to be labeled the block to me because the top camera above the 24-second clock, I swear to goodness, dog, it was like 1/4 of an inch, and you can actually see it when Tayshaun blocked it before that ball hit the backboard with Reggie laying it up. Like, dog, it was a great fucking play, and just that effort, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love. That's what I had to love because we're all out there going, I know my guys, I don't know if they were thinking in the back of their head, like, man, we got to back Sheed up and this and that. But I know every time that I had a ball or I had something, I was thinking that shit, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I got shit. Oh, give me that. Yeah.
I wrote this check.
I wrote this check. I got to cash this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they were there to back me up. And, man, it felt so good when we got that win. Granted, it was only by like 3-4 points, but a dub is a dub. And just walking off the court talking my shit, you know what I'm saying? They didn't like that, but Ant's put the T-Wolves in that position with the things he said last series. Like you said, it's always going to be talked about. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to be back here for Game 7, and they went there for Game 7 and won it against the champs. You know, with him saying the same thing. As his teammates, I got to believe it. Mm-hmm. I got to believe it because you said it before. You came out and did it before, and we did it. Mm-hmm. So I got to believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, Sheed, man. I had mixed emotions during that series.
I know.
Talk
about it. I know. You had two homies playing there, you know, me and the kid, you know.
I totally wanted, it wasn't even, I wanted y'all to lose.
I know.
Oh,
I can tell you.
That doesn't sound very mixed.
No, I mean, because, you know, Jermaine O'Neal, my brother too, man. So, you know, I wanted him to win. But I'm in Indiana. I'm in Indiana all day long. And,
sure.
And don't get me wrong, Sheed, my guy. You know, we cool. But you know, when Tayshaun did that block, because I'm like, when Reggie's at the break, I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's goaltender. And then when you see the replay, I was like, golly, man. So I was so hurt. But yeah, you talked a lot of stuff and backed it up, and I was happy for you on that part. But the loss really hurt me, man.
All right, because you know man, it would have been fricasseed. They would have tried to fricassee me in the press.
Oh, you would have been done, buddy.
What? Oh man. Oh. Wallace's prediction is ass.
Pistons 0-2.
Pistons down. Doesn't look like it in their favor. Yeah. Oh, they was waiting for it. But, oh, man, that locker room was so quiet. That locker room was so quiet with them reporters, boy, I'm telling you.
So you said that's the block to you even now. I feel like people would think now LeBron on Iguodala.
No.
When you say just the block.
No.
But this was in the finals, though. Bronze, y'all was in
Game 7.
It was in the finals, and you know, but that shit with Tay, it was he ran this motherfucker down. Like we all seen Bron do that shit, so like it wasn't surprising when he did block it. It's like because you seen the motherfucker do that. That was his thing, especially coming from
chase down.
The weak side, and the chase down to get the big block. That was his thing. We seen him do that before. Dog, how many times you seen, even if you go back and you played against him yourself, how many times you seen Tay run from 3/4 court or half court to run and block an automatic layup?
No, that was
like to me that holds a little bit more weight. Not saying that Bron's block wasn't you know any less valuable.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was for all the marbles for them then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that man. That was a fantastic block. That's probably the best block I've ever seen in person.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a little biased with saying that because that's my guy.
Say very biased,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
my guy.
Just say I like my homie's block. Could have left it alone a long time.
But no, man, I'm saying
my homie didn't
go through all that.
Man, he went through all that bull crap.
Yeah. Against his Pacers. That's why it was tough. Hey.
Let's get to the next thing, man.
For the Mavericks side, Luka had 28, but did it on 7-21 shooting. They switched it up. They put Ant on Luka, and McDaniels was on Kyrie, and I feel like it kind of limited them both. We feel like they figured something out, or is this everybody has a cold shooting night?
I mean, I think they tried something. They didn't know if it was going to work or not, and they could have had a cold shooting night because these guys have seen every defense possible. So I can say it was probably a cold night, but just kind of making an adjustment, just trying something. I think that's hats off to the coaching staff and just trying to make an adjustment. Like, all right, we got to switch these matchups up because these guys are getting too comfortable with the matchups they're in. They're comfortable with McDaniels guarding him. He's comfortable with such and such guarding him. Let's just mix it up, throw a curveball at him. It kind of worked a little bit. So, but I totally expect Dallas to make an adjustment. I totally expect Kyrie and those guys to make an adjustment, and maybe they want to go in and close Minnesota's gym for the rest of the summer. Maybe that could be their motivation. So go on the road. Let's end it. Let's go to the finals. Let's party in their locker room. Let's make sure they hear it. So stuff like that could be on their mind. But I know, those guys are gonna make an adjustment and have a way better shooting game than they did in game 4.
No, they playing that good defense. I think the difference was aggression. They got a little bit more aggressive, and the refs did their thing. The refs called some of it, and the refs didn't call some of it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think they got that little bit of Corliss Williamson in there from in that locker room with Ant out there on that wing. You know what I'm saying? Big Nasty was in their ear saying something because he was aggressive on defense as that perimeter player. Yeah. And man, it's like, look, if shit, I ain't gonna go down just.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be full contact. You know what I'm saying? Take this elbow, dog. You know what I'm saying? Clobber.
Work for it.
I'm the thing. Clobbering time. So you going to catch it on this last game because you're trying to eliminate me.
Yeah.
So you got to go all out. You know what I'm saying? But with Luka shooting 7 for 21 though, that's a tough night at the office right there.
Tough.
Good thing. A couple of them was threes, and he went to that line a lot because of their aggression. Right. But again. That's 2 points, or maybe even 1 point, because he did miss a few over him cranking that 3 up. I'll take that.
And also that just shows me that they need more rest than anybody. They need to close that game out because Dallas needs some rest. They're gonna have to have five or 6 days off before they see Boston. You know what I mean? Just to recover. Because they look tired. They didn't look like the energy wasn't.
I mean, the Wolves a big team, physical defensive team.
Exactly. It just wasn't there. It wasn't there, man. So hopefully they can close it out tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Is the game tomorrow? Hopefully they can close out tomorrow night and get some rest. I think the first game in the finals was June 6th.
5th or 6th, something like that.
6th, so they might get at least 5 or 6 days off. So that's got to be motivation for those guys, and that's got to be a part of the conversation.
Job motivation.
Yeah.
So is it must win?
It's definitely a must win.
For Dallas. Definitely for Minnesota, but because you don't want to extend it any further.
Man, it's a heavyweight bout right here. This is a heavyweight bout right here. This is how I look at it because everyone's season is on the line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because as Bonzi just said, if you're Dallas, I want to get rid of these cats so we can go ahead and rest up for them and shit. I can get at least 3 days off, the first 3 days off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Little shit like that. Like, I'm telling you, dog, that's what veterans think about in the league. You know what I'm saying? They rather have them days off than do any appearances and all of that other shit. If they can get them 3 days off, that's what you're playing for. And then, of course, on the other side of the coin, Minnesota's playing shit. We playing for our lives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we ain't trying to have this magical season for us in. Yeah. This the first time they've been this far in, 20 years? 20 years. So we're not trying to have this in. So, it's like a heavyweight bout. They just slugging back and forth, back and forth, hitting each other. And right now, Dallas got a couple more extra little jabs in there, but Minnesota's still standing. They gave themselves a chance.
Yeah,
that's all you could do. I got to give myself a chance. How do I do that? Play extra hard. You do all the other little things. The little things turn out to be big things.
I wonder. Not saying it's easier to defend Luka than Kyrie, but I wonder if it's like different energy can serve. Because like we've talked about, Kyrie get that ball and within a couple seconds he making his move. Yeah. Luka more methodical. Off the ball, he's not moving as much as Kyrie because he's doing more on the ball. So I wonder if that's something they'll stick with because of that. Because Ant did look like second win.
Yeah,
he was able to have a good game, a great game.
Well, he didn't have to guard Kyrie. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like Luka's tough. I want to say like Luka's an easy assignment.
It almost goes back to in the Pacers series. against the Knicks when she kept saying like, man, they hired Brunson over there in that corner, man. You got to make him guard. You got to make him work because your best offensive player is chilling and resting on defense and giving you everything possible on offensive end, and he's resting. That's kind of probably what they did with it looked like with AE. They go rest on somebody, one of them spot up shooters or whatever, and then these guys that do the dirty work and trying to chase these guys down. But we need you on that other end to be super. And you know what I'm saying? He was very aggressive. He put pressure on them. He hit big shots. He made big plays, and that's what you want for your franchise player. And I think moving forward, he has to understand as well. Like you gotta, sometimes you gotta conserve your energy. Yeah, you want to take the challenge sometimes, or a lot of times, but sometimes you got to keep it real with your body and yourself, and you know what I'm saying, do some strategy to the game. And I think they did a good job of it.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. And McDaniels was aggressive too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He was up there. He was right there every time him. Luka or Kyrie put it on the floor, he's right there. He wasn't backing off. Seen sometimes he got over the screen. So, yeah, they definitely made a couple of small adjustments that might not have looked, very heavy towards the public eye. But basketball cats know little things like that.
And the series is close. And every adjustment.
Yeah, it's huge.
We saw Jaden Hardy. He played 14 minutes combined in the Clippers series. He played 3 games in the OKC series. And now he's playing 10, 11 minutes a game, but really gave him a spark. There. Is that one of your boys?
That's my guy right there.
Yeah?
Man, knew that cat since he's about this high. He's from Detroit. I know him, his dad, and his brother, right? So, they used to come to the games, and they come in the back, and everywhere he went, this little boy always carried the basketball. He's some old school shit. He always carried the basketball. And he always be dribbling. Jay always be dribbling back there in the hallway. And, challenges, how you like, all right, reach for the little kid and, he going to hit his move, whatever. So, but he just grew up, him and his brother Amari, they grew up ball control. And it's hard to be honest, it's hard to take that ball away from him. Now, if he throws an errant pass, that's different. But I haven't seen him too many times get plucked. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kyrie. I haven't seen Kyrie get plucked too many times. But, no, I love Jay Hardy, man. That's my young fella, man. And I'm so proud of him because now he repping the D. He got a chance to go to the finals, you know what I'm saying, as a young boy. Yeah. And, man, that's the fucking dream. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For him, that's the dream. I remember him saying that, him and his brother saying that when they was little boys. I'm going to play in the NBA. I'm going to play for the Pistons and all that stuff. And now look at him, man. It's like, man, I feel like I'm his dad. You know what I'm saying? I know his pop Ramsey is real proud of him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or both of them, actually. But, he put that work in and, man, the success. It's like, no, I'm proud of you, man. I'm real happy for him, man. I'm elated, man.
No, and that's good stuff. And I think, he's a product of an opportunity, from Tim Hardaway Jr. is not playing or getting the minutes. So, you need somebody to step up. And, we talk about that young boy energy all the time. You know what I'm saying? And he come on with that young boy energy, and you saw it. He was matching it, he was finishing, he was hitting shots. You know what I mean?
Very confident.
And confidence, and and I think it's great for him, not just in this series, but moving forward for his career. Because if people, everybody in the world is watching these games right now. So he's auditioning for teams as well. You know what I mean? And and if he continue to play well, keep being that spark off the bench, and hopefully if they win it and then go to the finals and make some noise, he could be up next because he can play, and his journey has probably been different.
His journey came through the G League.
Yeah, his journey has been different. So what I'm saying, to see the success, it's motivating to these other guys that's in these G leagues and be like, okay, then time situation. Let me just keep grinding, keep my head down. You never know what could happen. So I was happy for him to see him have success.
How do you stay ready in that case? Because I feel like you were a young guy where it's like you might not play every game regular season or postseason, but in the playoffs, coach look down the line and point at you.
Well,
how do you stay ready?
That's what they call it right there. I mean, you're part of the stay ready group, and that's what they call it. You always working, you're always playing ones, you're always hooping, you're always staying ready and having your stuff tight. I mean, running the plays and all that stuff, yeah, we doing that in practice, that. But your game got to be so, you know what I'm saying, it's got to be ready. Like, your moves got to be smooth. You got to be repping that stuff every day. Even when we got an off day or we between games, we don't have a day off. We part of the stay ready group. We got to be in there still working, getting our shots up, because just in case coach just even make eye contact with you, got to be ready. You got to be ready to hit that. Yeah.
Trying to catch that eye.
Trying to catch that. You know what? Coach gets to looking down the bench. Everybody
every
looking
play
at you.
Looking at coach.
And everybody, so you got to be ready, though, and you got to stay ready, and that's the assistant coaches and the managers and whatever, that's their job as well, is to keep the guys ready for those moments.
Mm-hmm. And I think the other thing, I know at least talking with Bonzi or about him with that, we had the confidence in him as the veteran players. We telling coach like, man, yo, put this motherfucker in here, man. Like, put him in. We need his energy. We need his buckets right now. We need his aggressiveness right now out here. Yo, put him in. And then, sometimes coach, but then sometimes, it's like, all right, Bonds, look, and then, you see Bonds coming off the bench and everything. So it's also the veterans that's helping Jay Hardy get those minutes, because here it is, they're vouching for him because he's starting to prove himself in practice. He's been there for some years,
see it every day.
In that Dallas organization. So, oh man, I'm real proud of him. And shit, oh man, if he get this ring, I know my young boy gonna be on cloud 9, for real.
Another one of their young guys, Lively, was out. He is questionable for Game 5. How much did they miss him? Because again, it was still a close game. Gafford played pretty well, but how much do they need Lively to get back healthy?
I mean, they need him a lot. I mean, Lively's been great for him on both ends. He's been a lob threat for him. He does a great job of staying out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And as a big, sometimes they don't know how to stay out the way. They kind of just be setting screens. They don't know how to roll properly. They don't know how to get to the dunker spot and stand out the way. He does a great job of learning how to stay out the way and put himself in great position. And you don't really understand how hard it is to guard a screen and roll, and the guys come off screen and roll, and you got to kind of fake and fade at the ball and kind of for the lob. And he's that
stay out the way.
And stay out the way. So he's that threat. That's just tough for anybody. And then on the other end, he's a really pretty good defender. He's a great help defender. He's long, he's lanky, pretty good rebounder, shot blocker. Yeah. So and then he's a part of that young boy, young leg, university that we talk about. The young leg university is real. These young boy legs. I mean, he's a part of that, and you always need that. You know what I'm saying? He don't understand the magnitude of what he's doing because he's so young right now, and he think like, oh yeah, we're gonna be going for conference finals and finals every year because what's his second year?
This is first year.
No, this first year. I'm sorry.
Rookie, yeah.
So you can get kind of lost in the sauce. So he don't understand the magnitude he's doing. So you kind of love kids like that just out there playing. He just hooping, and you need him back, and hopefully he can come back sooner than later.
Yeah, that's what you want. But he has been a great defensive addition for them. Mm-hmm. But with him being out, he's concussed. That's that Duke shit. So, if he was Carolina, he would have went back in there.
He'd have been back.
He would have been in there. But it's like no. But he was missed. He was missed because at times J Kidd played him and Gafford together, and at times it was going to be either one of them. So it was a lot of minutes that Gafford had to play, and it changed the game. I guess with their defensive strategy a little bit, because now both of them are able to guard smaller players. They're athletic enough to guard smaller players, but now, I got one dude in there who's the shot blocker. So now if they got him away from the basket, then you had Lively there, but now Lively's not in. So that affected their defense a little bit. So I think, it is key for him to be back for this next game. If he can. I don't know what his concussion protocol is looking like, but hopefully he can, move that up from questionable to, hey, I'm in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because this, again, as we always say, this is a chance of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You might not, he's a rookie. He could play 15, 16, 17 years in the league and never get back here again.
100%. 100%.
You resented something he said immediately.
Yeah, he talking about that big man in the way shit, man.
I wanted to give you a chance to respond to that.
No, just, he know it was some bullshit, We helped him eat.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about
Zebo, the kid.
I'm talking about more in this new NBA.
Okay.
The new NBA is different. You know what I'm saying? It's about spacing. You can't be clogging up the lane. They don't want you clogging up the lane. So
they want to have.
You know what I'm saying? So they gotta have alleys, and he just I'm just saying he just does a great job of not being as a non-shooter, not being exposed out there on the court in the game of everybody having to be able to shoot. So
it's the timing he has on screens, because sometimes you figure when that guard come off, most bigs are automatically roll. But, at times, depending on that defensive scheme, all right, it might be cool for me just to go ahead and try to set that screen a little bit longer to either force that switch or just fuck up their rotation with my hesitation, because they're expecting me to make that quick roll. But if I, stand out there a little bit and, still try to body that screen
Throw off the timing.
and then go, you know what I'm saying? Like,
The
now,
Johnny Cochran throw
for
off
them,
the rotation with the
for the guard is going to attack now. So all I'm doing is going to the hole just for like if Bonzi missed, I'm going for the tip in or the rebound, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that hesitation, and that's what he has. He has that great timing, with some of them screens because sometimes it's the immediate roll, sometimes it's a hesitation roll.
We're talking about the young guys with Hardy and Lively. 4 of the youngest 10 teams in the NBA made the playoffs. 3 of them made it past round 1. 2 of them made it to the conference finals.
It was
Thunder.
inevitable.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why? Inevitable? Why?
Because of the age of the league. You were gonna, even though it was like, the veterans would be the ones to win it and to guide the younger players and the teams. But, right now that young boy energy is taking over.
They're doing the heavy lifting now.
Yeah. In 5 years, the league is going to look totally different.
From now.
Like totally different. The face of the NBA is going to be totally different. Like I said, but I don't know. Bron might still be there in 5 years.
Atlanta Hawk in 5 years.
We don't know. Bron might still be. Bron might be 40, our age, still
45, 46. Yeah.
But in 5 years, you might not have a Bron. You might not have a KD, Steph, CP3, James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Those
them great scorers.
The Russell Westbrook,
Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi, PG. In 5 years, those guys could be like, man, all right, it's over
we
with.
won't be seeing them on the shit we doing.
Yeah, so they're gonna be podcasts and all that stuff.
I think that's why a lot of them starting it now. They know, like, okay, that next phase is gonna be here sooner than you think.
Thought, yep.
Yeah, and a lot of those household names are not in the league like they used to be anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there is the names we said, the superstars, but it's a young boy league now. If we look around the league, these 5th, 6th year and under guys, they kind of running the league, and they're doing a great job at it. You know what I mean? Like, you got rookies and sophomore or second year players leading their teams to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You look at what Paolo did in Orlando.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shea out in OKC.
It's just, you're looking at Shea, you know what I'm saying? Chet, you just.
Yeah, those were the 4 teams. Thunder, Timberwolves, Magic, Pacers.
Yeah.
Like, of those 4, who do we think will see the most success next 5 years?
Pacers.
Of those teams, who do we think sees the most success the next 5 years?
Name them again.
The Thunder, the Timberwolves, the Magic, and the Pacers.
I would have to say the Pacers.
What?
And I would say that because of the coach.
Are you going to host this
dog,
thing
Rick
mediate this thing?
No.
Or you going to be choosing sides?
What you sides?
Wow.
What you talking about?
Wow.
I'm an instigator, not a mediator.
You said what? Wow.
On my Cochran shit, yeah.
Wow.
But agreeing, that's why I was a little taken aback.
No, I would say the Pacers though because they have a good core. If they keep those guys together, you know what I'm saying, they could turn out to be what Boston is now.
Like, just let those guys run.
Young guys, they got a good group if they keep them together, or pay the main dudes. You know what I'm saying? And then you fill in, you try to find those extra pieces. It's, like a mad scientist in there, a little dibbling and dabbling, and you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I would definitely say the Pacers, and the main part of it is the coach.
Ricky Carlisle?
Yeah.
Even coming off this series, not his best work.
I'm telling you, can't sleep on that motherfucker knows X's and O's.
And also, and I know I'm a fan of the Pacers, but, it's tough out west. It's tough to come out, out west. And, I think out east you have a better chance of coming out east with a complete team and a team that's up and, the trajectory is going this way. I think. You hear the word what?
Shit today.
The trajectory. I wish I had something to rhyme with it, but I'm really not I couldn't get in my Cochran thing, but I wish I had something to rhyme with it. But now that. And Orlando, if they make like a key move, if they just get somebody.
Orlando,
they make like I said, who do we suggest the other day? Like a Zach LaVine or somebody like that can get in that spot.
Like a playmaker in the back.
A playmaker, a bucket getter. Him and Paolo.
To go with Paolo.
And
Darius Garland sound like he might be on the.
Yeah, but they got Suggs.
You don't think they could play together? Suggs do the defending?
Well, that's
Darius
the problem
Garland.
with him now in Cleveland.
Suggs bigger than Mitchell, though. Better defender, too.
Yeah.
I feel like they could play. Like, he needs the ball less. Like, Donovan need the ball. He going to score 30. Suggs good to play, like, off the ball and do all the defending.
Yeah, he's tough. He's just tough.
We got a poll going right now who we think sees the most success. No votes for the Thunder. I thought somebody up here would pick the Thunder just because it seems like they got their MVP candidate. They got a young big and a young wing. They got 100 picks coming up. They got, cap space. I don't know how much free agency
They don't have
will
no
play in the
veterans,
OKC.
though. That veteran bench.
I feel like that's where you get free agency.
Yeah,
you throw a
you
little
could.
extra money in some of these vets.
Yeah.
You could.
Get them come in for
But
a year or two.
If you think about every other team that you name, they got somewhat of a veteran, coming off of that bench.
Well, we'll get to that. OKC thought they had it with Gordon Hayward, and that didn't work out. But I do feel like this will be the offseason they use they'll keep the picks for young guys, but I could see them using that salary cap to get some young. What even is a vet now, as we say now, young, like 26, 27? We're talking about Cat's in year 9, I think. I think he's 27.
That's crazy.
And I would say
He the old head.
And I would say, yeah, he's one of the vets.
That's crazy.
So get some guys in there around.
Around that, yeah. It ain't like vet style like when we played, but they got more experience out there on the floor and with them refs and in certain situations than a lot of these younger guys. And that's valuable, especially now in the playoffs. That shit like that is valuable.
What was the poll numbers?
We're still running. We're getting some votes in.
Oh, okay.
We're getting more votes in. So of those teams,
They gonna disagree with you.
with y'all.
But
Y'all. Yeah. Y'all had the
hey,
same.
you forgot that fast?
No,
they
gonna disagree with Bonzi anyway. They gonna say I was right, but say Bonzi was wrong.
Oh, wow.
No,
Wow.
don't nobody like him. This is what I'm saying. You don't get it, bro.
So, will any of these teams win a championship? I feel like I know your answer.
They ain't got no choice.
They could not. They could just not.
True, but I think those teams will be there.
Oh, yeah, they'll be in that mix, but like we said, there's no guarantees. No guarantees that any of these four all get back to the playoffs next year because the way things move so quick. Pacers championship ceiling?
I think we got a chance. We got to just make a couple little tweaks, but we got to just stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. Staying healthy, we got to stay healthy. But we got
number one
the way we playing and the way Carlisle got them guys believing. We got just as good a chance as anybody else. Why not? Why not? We're gonna crown a new champion that hasn't won something in a long time this year.
Fact.
So why can't we keep trending that direction next year or the next couple of years to give ourselves a chance? So, the league is crazy because every year back in the day we knew who was gonna be in the finals almost. You knew Boston was gonna be in there in the '80s and the Lakers and Detroit, then the Bulls in the '90s, and what I'm saying, in the 2000s, the Lakers and the Spurs was gonna be in that thing. Now it's just like
Then LeBron.
Then LeBron had his run. Now it's just like, man, who knows who's gonna win? Who expected Denver to win it a couple years ago? So I love the trajectory the league is going in because everybody has a chance.
Fact.
Y'all trying to play some pick'em, boys?
What was the numbers of Pick'em the other day?
I'm so glad you asked. Sheed, you were 2-1 yesterday. It's a very good day. Bonzi, you were also 2-1. A good day as well. I was 3-0.
I need to see this.
Luka first quarter points.
We all had that.
We all had that. The higher. Cat with the special pick. We all had the higher.
Okay.
Nas Reed, you went higher. And I know ball. So I went lower. So 3-0.
What did you have?
Huh?
Wow. You know what?
I'm hot right now. This won't last forever, so
You trending?
promo code Sheed. I'm trending up right now. Promo code Sheed.
Hashtag Bonzi.
Go get your deposit match up to $250 and that special pick.
Wow. You went 3-0?
3-0. I might do it again.
Hey, what I tell you?
Oh,
When
man.
the sun shines on the dog's ass.
No, we're going to have to let him
You can't
start
keep saying that though.
No, we got to let him start picking
Hey,
first.
even a blind squirrel
Okay.
finds a nut.
Okay.
Fuck. What more you want me to say? I come up with a million.
I got lines, all right. we got a couple WNBA pick'ems tonight. Breanna Stewart, her higher lower is 21.5 points. She's went higher in 2 of 6 games, but she's playing Phoenix tonight. They're giving up the second most points in the WNBA. And the games she went higher were against your Fever. Sorry, but they're not a good defensive team. 21.5 points for Brianna. Am I going first now since I'm the
Yeah, why you waiting on us? You been cheating.
I'll say higher. No,
I'll let you go.
Oh, no, higher. I feel like she gets it going. Higher.
Oh, yeah. Oh, me?
Yeah. I mean, we're going around in a circle.
Oh, all right. No, I hate to agree, but I'm gonna go higher too.
You know, ball.
Where's the game at?
Oh, that is a good question. Let me find that out for you. Will that change your...
Come on, I just like to make an informed decision.
Sure. Sure. You never did before, but now you're... Okay.
That's what I like.
Home game in Brooklyn.
I got lower.
Okay.
I got lower. She's only going to get 19 tonight. I got lower. Y'all both pick higher, right?
That's right.
I got lower.
Okay. Ryan Howard, y'all know where this is going. Higher or lower 30 PRA, points, rebounds, assists. She's averaging 21, 7, 3.5 assists. I'm going higher. Let me find out where they playing to. Let me find out what the weather is. Washington, D.C., games at 7 o'clock. The weather will be 82, partly cloudy. Higher, lower. Howard's points, rebounds, assists.
And what's the number?
Bless you. 30.5.
Who are they playing?
They are playing Washington, the Mystics. The 0-6 Mystics, so might be able to run it up.
Higher.
Yeah. You know ball.
I'm going lower. She's going to have a bad game.
This is so nasty. This is so nasty.
No, she been balling.
Asia Wilson, higher, lower, 35.5 points and rebounds. She's averaging 25.5 points, nearly 13 rebounds in 4 games this season.
I'm going higher.
Who's she playing?
I don't care who she playing.
That don't even matter.
Can't nobody stop her.
They got the Lynx in Minnesota, so they're on the road. But 35.5 points and rebounds. You're going higher?
I'm going to go higher.
I'm going higher as well.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to go higher.
Okay.
I'm going to go higher.
Begrudgingly.
Yeah, because I don't like to agree with neither one of you rat bastards.
You didn't peak begrudgingly, but okay, that's fine. All right.
Not the RB. Not the RB. Wow.
The hard R?
Yeah, this might be like the only podcast where the guys don't like each other.
I mean, the RB?
Genuine disdain.
Wow. Wow.
While we're here and while we have our resident Fever fan, Caitlin Clark got her first 30 ball the other night.
Light 30.
30 piece?
It was a losing effort, but
That's how it starts.
man, you see signs, man. Like we see signs. She gonna be. You know, I was talking to our women's coach today and at Tech, and she was telling me that she went and sat in on a couple of their practices, their training camp practices, and she was just like, she can play. Like she's heady, she's smart, she can really shoot it at a whole nother level of the game, but she can really play the game, and she was really impressed with that part and how hard she goes, how she can really dribble and handle the ball. So I'm, you know, just hearing that just makes me more excited that she's gonna figure it out, and she gonna, once they put a team around her, oh man, we could be going for championships by year 2 or 3 if they put the right pieces around her, because I could tell she just got that winner in her, and I think the league want her to win as well. So you know how that go. You know how that goes.
The league does or you do?
Besides me, the league too as well. I mean, because if she wins, the league wins. You know how that go.
Yeah, I mean, she gonna take her lumps. You better.
Oh yeah, she gonna take. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they gonna put her through that. They gonna put her through that for sure.
There's gonna be a lot of other chicks that's mad. It's gonna be a lot of good defensive players that she goes against. You know, because now ain't that college ball is over. You know what I'm saying?
Circled on the schedule.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before, you know what I'm saying, we get to see the Caitlin Clark that we all saw at Iowa over the last few years. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's just how it is. She's gonna have to learn the ropes of the league.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to bob and weave. You know what I'm saying? And when she becomes, I say in like about, I give her probably MVP in about like year 3 or 4.
Okay.
I say year 4. I would give her MVP because now She knows all the other teams. She knows all the other ladies that she's going against. Conference, you know what I'm saying, division, and on the Western side, you know what I'm saying, the other All-Stars, she's going to be a perennial All-Star in the WNBA, of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I give her that. Yeah.
4 years for her.
Yeah, I'd say about 4 years.
It's been a strong rookie class because Cameron Brink has joined Candace Parker and Delisha Milton-Jones, only rookies in Sparks history with 20 points and 3 blocks in the game. Angel Reese having some success, at least 10 points and 5 rebounds each of her first 4 games. And 3 of the 5 most watched WNBA games have been on ABC, ESPN this season.
Yeah.
Already. So, like, why is it important to keep the game growing as these rookies turn into stars, I should say?
I think it carried over from the women's basketball
NCAA.
over the last few years.
Yeah.
Yep. And those young ladies, and not just from this year's class, I'm talking, the last 2-3 years where we seen women's college ball, like, what I'm saying, really pick it up a notch.
Yeah.
And now that class, those classes of ladies, now they're in the WNBA. So now it's just gonna be that. It's gonna turn into that. We're gonna have some good basketball from them. Yeah. In the WNBA over the next couple of years. We're seeing it now. And then you throw in there the veteran ladies who's like, all right, shit, this is my last hoorah. So we got the young upstart. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. Like, all right, let's go. We're going to get these playoffs or try to get this ring, whatever the case may be. So. I like it though, but I fucks with it. I like the WNBA. I like in the direction that they're going. Because it's talent in there. Not saying that you didn't have talent before, but think about it. Back when it first started, we had the Cynthia Coopers and the Tinas and the Swoops, but we pretty much know them more for their Olympic play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of the ladies that's in the WNBA and, that collegiate WNBA, they had those big names. And I would probably say maybe on that status, well, of course they're not Olympians, but maybe on that status as far as popularity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, we had our women's team, they shit on Wheaties boxes and commercials and, all of that. And now we seeing that with the WNBA teams, especially now becoming on a regular.
Yeah. And I think they do a great job of highlighting the ladies now, especially on national
marketing,
the commercials and all that stuff. And, and I don't understand it because I'm not a fashion dude, but I look forward to seeing the entrances now. They highlight the ladies, the different fashion, how they come expressing themselves, and it's been very interesting, man. So I'm just so excited, and I find myself watching so many more WNBA games, not just my fever. I kind of just go around and jump around and watch the games now. Just kind of just become a fan, trying to learn the ladies' names and, just try to figure out, who's going to win it in my own personal way. But it's very exciting to support women's basketball right now.
We have our poll results from the previous question. Who wins the most over the next 5 years? Timberwolves, 46%. 46%. Thunder, 29%. Pacers, 14%. Magic 9%. So not a lot of. I thought the Magic would get more love there. Just in terms like Paolo year 2, they got a really young squad. They can make maybe Levine, maybe some type of move this offseason. But I thought they would get some more love.
When they make moves, they get more love. But what they got right now, they're not equipped to go past the first round.
No, true. Yeah, he need more help.
Yeah, he need more help. He just need more explosive scores. Maybe a veteran presence, somebody that's a little older that can help him get over to that next level. So.
But here's the one thing about it though, that I want to let a lot of these young players know that's on these young teams. Yo, you can't take this personal.
Right.
Your name could come up in some trades. You could be on that trading block. Hey, you can't take it personal.
It's not about you.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. Yeah, it's not about you. That team. I don't give a fuck who you are. That team is going to do what's better for that franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that means getting rid of you, hit the road, Jack.
Gotta go, player.
And nothing personal.
Gotta go, player.
It's on to the next.
You know what I'm saying? But if it looks like okay, it's better for this franchise to keep you, then all right, we're gonna give you those big deals, those max deals, and all that shit. So. Yeah, they can't take this personal because it's a lot of guys. A lot of these young guys ain't gonna have no jobs, and a lot of these young guys are gonna get traded this summer.
100%.
Names gonna be in trade like 3 2 or 3 team trades. You know how that shit go. You
it's
you
crazy.
chilling with the homies and you see it on the ticker.
Oh man.
What?
That's
Oh shit.
That's my name, yeah.
That's how I found I got traded the first time.
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too.
God.
On the ticker.
I said guard forward, Bonzi Wells. I said, dang, I'm about to get suspended. What I do? It's being traded. It's being traded. I said, trade. Oh, Lord. Then my phone started ringing. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you said
I got something to tell you. Like, all right.
everybody started calling, everybody. But yeah, that's how I found out I got traded to Memphis from Portland.
You can't take it personal.
Yeah.
You talked about guys wanting those big deals. Jimmy Butler wants a max extension. Preferably, he wants it with the Heat, but he's locked in right now. $49 million this year.
That's all.
That's it. An
That's
option for 52 next year, but he wants a 2-year, $113 million extension. And it seemed like we talked about some of the Pat Riley end of the year comments. It seems like they not jumping at the chance to give him that. He turns 35.
So he want a 2-year extension. So he want that year next year plus 2 years on top of that.
Well, I think it would eat up that year next year.
Eat it up. So this,
I think
this
so.
another year. This an additional year, basically.
Yeah. And I would imagine the second year would probably be a player option again. But it sounds like they don't want to give it. So if not the Heat, where do we think the best landing spot for Jimmy?
That probably would have been the best one.
Yeah, man.
But
Right, just give him the money.
That end of the season shit. He ticked off the people upstairs, man. You know what I'm saying?
That can't be smoothed over though. That wasn't just like heat of the moment. We
lost.
lost. I'm hurt right now.
It
We
could
can't
be.
get
I don't
past
know.
that.
I don't know what type of relationship Pat Riley and Butler got. So, if it's okay, phone call, let's have lunch, or I come over your crib, you come over my crib, whatever. I don't know, but that'll be the best place for him. That'll be the best place for him.
And as we know, these teams and these organizations are privy to a different type of information about the player than we are. They might see something in Jimmy that we don't know.
Or heard something
in Jimmy, or just even seeing of a decline a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or just, I don't know for sure, but for them not to be like
hesitate
because
in some way.
Jimmy Butler has been the culture around there. He's been that guy he's been. Man, I'm talking about willing them to wins. I mean, just man. I mean,
2 finals, yeah.
With what we would think compared to other teams is a lesser teams. You know what I'm saying? So for them to hesitate to not give they got to know something that we don't know, that we're not privy to.
Yeah.
Because
for them to say that.
For them to say that, even when Pat Riley came out in the news and said something about you need to be playing if you're gonna be talking. I know that's that old school grit, but you know what I'm saying? If everything was all good, he probably wouldn't say those words. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
If you're not going to give him an extension, basically an extra year at $50 million, obviously you think it's something like it's time to maybe move on, or you're thinking it's time to let's get what we can out of Jimmy while we can, and maybe get to play a different type of player. But it's interesting because he's been the Heat culture for a lot of years now. So it's wow.
You said yesterday you didn't think Philly would get him, but reports are coming out that Philly's like, oh, we'll give him that extension. Like if we can trade for him, we'll give him that 2 for 113.
I know they would. Morey ill. I know he probably would, but
you still don't think it will happen.
I don't know if Jimmy will come back because
if they give him that, it sounds like he want the 2 for. If he want the extension, and they're saying off the rip, we would trade for you and give you this extension, no questions asked.
I mean, shit.
I
It
feel
would
like
definitely be better than fucking Tobias.
That would be the replacement.
I mean, shit.
It'll definitely be the replacement.
But I don't know.
Who would you who we talk yet? PG and LeBron.
Between them three,
Philly? Who you think?
I would say out of them 3, Jimmy fits us best because he hangs his hat on defense. You know what I'm saying? That's what he came into the league with, and he became the offensive player that he is now. He didn't come in here getting that 28 and 30 a game. He worked on it, but I would say for us, it would be Jimmy because it's his defense. You know what I'm saying? And he takes it personal.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to let you sit up here and take these motherfucking shots and this and that. I'm jab, picking up full court. And that's one of the things that we need to help spark the younger guys on the team. Maybe if we did get him, maybe it might help Oubre some. You never know.
And I think maybe Jimmy Butler as well because you know, Jimmy can play. Jimmy plays without the ball. You know what I'm saying? He plays well without the ball in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come to Philly, I don't care who you are, Embiid is still going to be the guy. And then we talking Maxey right up under him, just a little bit up under him. So you're going to come in thinking you're the third guy anyway. So can I play off the ball? And I think Jimmy Butler does a great job. He's not a ball hog. He's not an ISO guy. You ain't got to give him all the ball, but he does a good job of just finding his way. And I think he'll be a better fit, you know, finding his way. And like you say, he's a two-way player, obviously, but he'll find his way better instead of LeBron, who kind of gets the ball dominated sometimes as well. You know what I'm saying? PG got to get into his, you know, got to get into his flow. So I think Jimmy Butler would probably be a more perfect fit for what they got personnel-wise than a guy like LeBron and PG. And you hate to say that because you don't want to give up, you know, say you don't want to have those talents on your team, but just in terms of flow, I think it'll be better with Jimmy.
Yeah, and it's more, you got, you know, with Brown and PG, it's going to be more night in, night out scoring. Yeah. But if they did get Jimmy, it'll be night in, night out defense. You know, and then we'll win those games that we lose by 6 or 8 points. And, you know, you tally those up throughout the season, that could be an extra like 5 or 6 games, which puts you down in a different position come playoffs.
100%.
You know he fits with Embiid already. Like PG and LeBron, they're good enough to play with anybody. But you know Butler fits well with Embiid. They would have to give up stuff to get him, though. That would be the thing. PG could be a free agent. LeBron could be a free agent. So you could sign them and still have the stuff. Butler, you would have to trade some pieces. Yeah, pieces, assets, whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
So you have to factor that in. Jeff Teague recently, I think we've got the clip queued up here.
Nephew, Indiana.
He is Indiana.
Indiana boy. Come on now, man. I've been knowing Jeff. Come on, man. I played against his daddy.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. They're my guys, man. They're my guys, guys. They're my guys.
So you seen them come up?
Man, what, man? I'm so proud of them dudes, man. They're doing big things in Indiana. You know, got a gym on the west side of Indiana, man, called The Factory. Everybody go through there, hoop. You know, all the family, everybody go through there. Like, them dudes doing great. Great guys, great dudes. I'm so proud he started a podcast because he's hilarious. I don't know if you watch him, but Jeff Teague is hilarious with these stories, man. So shout out to those boys.
Don't know if y'all saw him talking CP3 and AI.
Oh, really?
He said both were, like, they were just as good, but he said CP3's career was better. I think we got the clip here.
Chris Paul just as good as Allen Iverson, bro. Oh.
Fuck no.
For real, bro.
Chris Paul is one of the greatest.
Better than Allen Iverson.
Chris Paul is one of the greatest point guards to ever bless the court.
His career is better than Allen Iverson.
I ain't rolling, bro. AI.
He ain't more influential than AI. No way.
That matters, though.
No way.
Nobody wants to be like CP3. But
career?
Nobody wants to be like CP3. But
no.
Chris Paul is one of the best pure point guards to ever bless the court, for sure. Turn my nigga Tyson Chandler and David West up. Much respect to him.
So whose career was better, though? I think
bro.
AI was more influential, for sure.
On that,
but
off
basketball,
the court, bro.
But as a basketball
he had
career.
this one to crack the brat, bro.
Nah. How do we feel? Who had a better career? You say you disagree?
Yeah, I ain't rolling with it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna for sure say AI, because not only did he have an influential, you know what I'm saying, over a lot of cats in the hood, like it's a different type of player. Like, y'all not understanding, bro. This motherfucker is a rock star. Okay? Like, all right, so, you know, coming off of the bus, you know, you in different cities, how, you know, you might have some people out there, hey, Bonzi, can I get an autograph? And, you know, as you walking into the hotel, grabbing your bag or some shit, right? So, you know, they a little security, or they got the ropes. Dog, when he got traded to Detroit, when we played them, well, when we went anywhere he was playing, dog, this shit, it was like going into a concert. It was like a red carpet event, yo. I'm talking flashing everywhere. I'm like, damn. Like, and it's just his influence over a lot of cats has been crazy. But as far as when it comes to the game,
I was like, yeah, did he have a better career? Was he
they're two different style point guards. Like, PG is a setup point guard. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come down, set the table up. Hey, Bonds, you supposed to be in the corner, not right there in the corner, and you gonna have to come through. You know, he's that type of point guard. AI, at first, he was the type of point guard to come down. I'm gonna bring the ball down court. I'm gonna call a play. As soon as I hit Eric Snow, it's on and cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm coming off like 5 or 6 screens and this and that, and boom, I'm ripping, I'm going. And also look at, Chris had the Olympic thing. You know what I'm saying? But, man, Chuck, hey, man, shit. Dog, I'm going with Chuck with that, dog. Like, I can go on and on for days and days, but I'm going to stop it right there. I got to go with Chuck, man, because more of a dynamic player. And it's no disrespect to CP3. I love him. That's my guy. I love his mom. I love his dad.
2 great players.
You know, it's my guy. But, man, whoa, it's a big difference, though.
He's got the MVP, 11 All-Star games, 7 All-NBAs. Chris Paul, 12 All-Star games, 11 All-NBAs, but 9 All-Defense teams. None for AI. So what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, and everything you said was right, and everything, his homies were saying was right about AI. AI was, and we just talking about careers. We ain't talking about position. We just talking about careers, right?
Just career, yeah.
Obviously, AI is better culturally, but man, I got a chance to play with CP3 my last year in the league, and man, I remember I got with him and I was messing with him. I was just watching him. I was like, this dude is good. Like, he good. No disrespect to any point guard I ever played with. Man, he's the best point guard I ever played with in terms of, and I used to call home, talk to my homeboys. I was like, man, if CP was a hungry to get basket, he could average 30 in the league. Because I've never seen nobody with a handle like him that can get anywhere on the court, that can shoot,
not going to steal the ball from me,
dribble, and he playing defense. And, I used to mess with him. We used to hang a lot when I first got down there. And I used to be like, man, bro, you should be out here getting 30. Like, he had a good game. I'm like, bro, you can do this every night. He was like, nah, Bonzi, man. He said, man, the way my team's set up, he's like, man, I got Mo Pete and Peja Sijakovic on my wing, so I got to make sure I get them getting shots. I got Tyson Chandler setting this middle ball screen and roll where he's rolling to the rim.
Table.
David West is coming up, relocating up for the free throw line. So I'm just really trying to get everybody, everybody going before I do my thing. And I just looked at him. I was like, man, it was crazy. But it was just like, that's who he was. He don't mind. Can he go get 30? Yes, he can probably get 30 every night. But he was such a point guard where he was trying to make your game get off and facilitating. So that's what I think in terms of greatness, and people think knowing how good he really was probably hurt him. But man, trust me, that's probably. And, I argue with my guy Chris Broussard all the time that I used to have Chris Paul on my Mount Rushmore of point guards because he was that good in my mind. But I didn't get the chance to see all the other point guards. But just getting a chance to see him, I was very, very impressed. But to kind of put him up against a guy like AI, I think it's unfair because of all of his culturally influence. But Chris Paul was a great one, but I probably wouldn't put him above AI's in terms of career.
CP3 a great point guard. Ain't nobody taking that away. Like I was saying, he sets the table.
Yeah.
And as you just said, I got my 2 wings. I got to make sure that D West, as he coming out, I got him for the pop on the pick and roll pop. And I go to the hole. I got Tyson Chandler. Let me throw that shit up for the lob. Yeah. And so he sets that table. But man, like you gonna eat off of Chuck as well, for the simple fact everybody gonna be so focused on him and all he gonna do.
He draws.
And he just dropping, for the quick ones. Because I think as well with playing him, I think Mutombo at the time when they went to the finals, his scoring average went up. East Snow's scoring average went up.
Just the easy looks he's creating.
It's just the easy looks. Aaron, my homie Aaron McKee was shooting at a higher clip as far as getting more wide open shots. Because, Chuck is going to draw everyone in as he gets to the basket. And for him to be so little and still get to that motherfucking basket, making them shots over bigs, it was like, shit. Like, man.
Crazy.
I feel like it's somewhat even. Like, neither had a championship. So that can't be like what's held over the other one's head. But how much do you weigh that when thinking about a player's career? We got a poll. I think it's still going on who had a better career. But how much do you weigh a championship when talking about somebody's career?
I mean, when their stuff is kind of similar, that's the only thing you can really go to. You know what I mean? But, obviously Chuck got an MVP, but CP had 9 all defensive teams. How many Chuck make?
9, none for AI.
And that's crazy because he probably led the league in steals several times,
he did.
But he wasn't, he had played on the ball and hockey, but, he was one of them rovers. You better not throw no lambs out there because he gonna go get
Pick
it.
six, yeah.
Yeah, pick six, he's gone. You know, if you better not be loose with the ball because he's swiping. You know what I mean? But that's crazy. He never made no all defensive team. That's
None.
wow. But yeah, Chuck, it was just tough, man. Just because Chuck just put so much pressure on you. And I think if CP had that type of mindset like Chuck's, he could average 30. Like
He could lead the league in scoring.
He was that good, man. I'm talking about he could score, he could shoot it. Like he could shoot it. CP could shoot it. When he was young and he had that pop to him, them young
He used
legs.
to get up a little too. He would dunk every
man,
once in a while.
Y'all think he can get to his spot now to get to that midi? He could get anywhere on the court when he was really young, and man, it was crazy. I was just sitting back watching him in practice and be like, man, this dude's special. Like he play with the ball, he get the yo-yo on it. Like he don't do it like Kyrie do it, but he has that ball on a string like something crazy. Like you're not taking the ball from CP ever.
That's the thing when you're talking about good point guard.
Yeah, and that's the thing with CP. So I was just so impressed with him. But it's just tough because I don't look at AI as a point guard. I always look at
his scoring guard.
I put him and sometimes I put Steph in the same category as these shooting guards, like these scorers. Like
So you don't look at Steph as a point.
no, I can't because he probably can get you 10 assists. Don't get me wrong, but he's so deadly as a scorer. You got to put him in the same category as Jordan and Kobe's and these scoring wings that these guys like how dangerous they're on his wings. So
because Steph not coming down, setting the table up. You know, I think from that point guard standpoint, he's not recognizing like, all right, shit, Tyler ain't get a shot the last 5 times down court. Hey, turn 5, have Tyler come on.
Right.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's not that type of point guard. You know, he's the same way I said about AI. He gonna come down, he gonna call a play. As soon as I throw that initial pass,
Draymond.
I'm going. He coming off a million screens and all that. So yeah, he's definitely in that category too.
Yeah.
The results are in. 84% say Allen Iverson had a better career. I'm surprised it was that I'm not surprised AI won. I think MVP in this conversation probably trumps anything. But 84%, I'm a little surprised.
I mean,
with that.
and it ain't taking nothing away from, you know, CP3 because
For sure.
I think what it is as well, you have to take into effect with Chuck being in Philly a majority of his career where he was dominating. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he did the Denver and, you know, came to Detroit when I was there in Detroit. But it wasn't, he didn't have that same control because now you're not the man on the team.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you still can go ahead and get some of your shots up, but it's going to go from 28, 30 shots that you averaging to about like 17, 18 shots because now you're playing with other guys who could shoot, other guys who could play, and did it before. Chuck was phenomenal though, dog. I mean, like, I'm telling you, I wish y'all could have seen this shit, dog. Like, our fucking fan base changed so fast overnight when he came.
Just because of him.
Just because of him, yo.
We got another video queued up here. We can see Big Perk looking upset
Big Perk.
already, talking about
Big fella.
Rudy Gobert, who you've had some harsh words
Is that the word we use?
for in the past. Yeah. Yeah,
right.
honestly, I didn't say they were wrong words.
You right.
But they were harsh words.
I've been taking a lot of flack online with that, man. I've been taking a lot of social media slack.
Let's see what Perk
I take it all.
had to say.
I have the biggest regret in my media career, and Molly, I'm retiring. Shannon, from voting for individual awards, regular season awards, because I have done a disservice in using my voting rights. Me voting this season for Rudy Gobert, okay, is an embarrassment for me for Defensive Player of the Year. He's the first player that we see every single time in the postseason that becomes a defensive liability. Don't come giving me these analytics. Don't come giving me these plus-minus stats because that's the most overrated stat in the NBA. When I look at Rudy, he has tarnished the Defensive Player of the Year award.
Damn. Tarnished
Man,
the
listen,
Defensive Player of the Year award.
That's my guy.
Do you agree? You also hate Rudy Gobert.
I didn't say I hate him, but I just don't think he's Defensive Player of the Year because you're you don't put liability on defense and all that stuff in the same sentence as the defensive player of the year, man.
Wait.
Three times.
Four times.
This was 4.
You know what I mean? And that was my point. Like, it's easy to get weak side blocks and be 7'5" and block shots. It's easy. I know he's blessed to be that tall. I'm not trying to penalize him for being tall. But, man, defensive player of the year, man, you got to be able to play defense at all levels if you really out there playing defense. I don't care how many blocks you get. That's not that for me. And I'm a wing, though, so I know your opinion is going to be different because I know how hard it is to truly chase these guys off screen, really match these guys' energy, really trying to take their first move, really trying to stop their angles, compete with. That stuff is tough, man, and you rarely get some bigs that get average 30 nowadays, but all these wings are getting buckets. These dudes averaging 30. You got to look 35. That's where man, you got to guard these dudes. And you know, and in this series in Minnesota against Dallas, they put him in like that's the play. Man, who go guard that? No, we ain't running that.
Get him on the perimeter.
Man, get him over here. Get him over here so we can, you know what I mean? And that's and I've heard people say it, and I think we said it on the show, is that you almost got to take him out in key defensive situations because
that's tough to say for the DPOY, man. I get it, yeah.
But they haven't. They've taken out Cat more than they've taken out him, and I get it because he's the DPOY. I get it, but man, it wasn't working. And I know they got that big win, but man, they got to figure out something. He got to figure out something. But I'm kind of with Perk a little bit. You know, I'm with Perk.
It's tarnishing the award. Is it tarnishing the award?
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say tarnishing, but yeah, it's fucking it up though. You know what I'm saying?
But not tarnishing.
That's tarnishing.
That's
tarnishing.
But no, I was saying that before. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's not that. Yeah, he won it. Congrats at that. But he's not that aggressive defender that you thinking about. Like back in the day, when we played Denver. Who was the first person you thought about?
Back in the day with Denver, Deep.
Fucking Mutombo. Like, God, let me know where this.
Could he guard Luka on a switch though?
But see, no, what I'm saying is it's a different thing and it's a different mentality. See, 9 times out of 10, if Mutombo had got switched out there, you talking about defense and discipline. He's going to try to force you one way. He might be slow as fuck trying to cover you,
right.
But you're going to go that one way. He ain't going to have you out there roller skating the way Rudy was out there salsa dancing the other night for that game win. You know what I'm saying? He was salsa dancing out there. No. He's think of Ben. Same thing. Ben Wallace. Like, all right, let me know what he gonna block shit. He gonna grab these rebounds, this and that. You know what I'm saying? When you think of these different defensive players of the year, it's like shit. That's the first person you think about when you think about this team.
Yeah.
The first person I think about when I think about the T-Wolves is Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And more of his defensive presence than. Yeah, with Rudy, I was saying that before. He don't have that aggressive, like, oh yeah, I dare you to bring that shit in here.
No,
you know, he don't have that presence like that, yo.
Not at all.
Why is there such like a divide though on the way the media feels? Because again, 4-time DPOY, but it does feel like none of the players, the ones that play his position don't seem to respect him. The ones that go at him don't seem to have any issue calling his number. Like you said, why is it that divide?
But see, it's amazing for people who don't play against 7-footers and stuff all day long on how easy it is. Like when you play against guys every single day, you don't look at them like, I don't look at Sheed like he's a 7-footer. You know what I mean? Because I see him every day. Right. And I know I can get my shot over him every day. So it's nothing to me because I play against him every day. So when people on the outside looking in say like, oh, Rudy Gobert 7'4", he's blocking shots and us, all that stuff, and we looking at him like, man, please. Hurry up and get this man screen and rolls. Because, you know, we know how to shoot over him. We know every now and then if somebody else is guarding us, he on the weak side, and he can come get a block. Yeah, he'll get that, but he's rarely blocking the ball off people's
straight up.
You know, straight up off people's fingertips. You know what I'm saying? Because guys are so skilled. They know how to manipulate you and create the angle, create the proper spacing to be able to get that shot off. So that's why guys in the league just be like, man, psh. But they like that with everybody. They don't think nobody can guard them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the league. So
how do we get a consensus on like the big awards? Because it's like he's 4-time tied for the most ever. But the players don't respect. I don't think you can have the players vote on it, can you? Everybody would just vote for their friends.
I mean, yeah.
No, but I mean, like, okay, you look at some of his stats. Yeah, you got some good blocks, big blocks. But again, that's good. That's great for regular season. That's all great for regular season.
Yeah.
You let the league in blocks or change shots. You know, with all these analytics, how they do the shit.
Yeah.
Fine. That's all great. But you ain't changing a damn thing in these playoffs, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's leading the playoffs in blocks.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He's still playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, hey, they not worried about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, yo, we going right at his motherfucking chest. He going to do something.
Gafford. Of the guys still playing is Gafford.
Yeah, he going to do something.
Yeah.
He going to foul you. He going to give up a big bucket or something. And that's what a lot of these cats is thinking. That's their mentality with him. Like, oh, yeah. Like you said, hey, no. Yeah. Hey, come set this screen. We're going to put Rudy in this motherfucking PNR. Like, come on.
You know when I lost my mind with the voting and all this stuff with Defensive Player of the Year? Do y'all remember that year Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year and made second team all defense?
Yep. How is that? What you say? Make that make sense?
I never.
Yeah, Dwight Howard might have had one like that too. Like everybody happened a couple times.
How crazy is that
and
though?
Second team.
And that just lets me know a lot of them dudes just go off stats. They're looking at the stats of it and like, oh, he averaged 4.5 blocks or 3.2.
Wasn't a game changer.
You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. Like he got to be that. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to pick him. Like I was happy that year they chose Marcus Smart as a Defensive Player of the Year because they really
he locks up.
He locks up. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a wing out there, we expect him to lock that wing. Yeah, take that assignment and really chase this dude and lock him up. He can't be 12 for 17 this game. He got to be 6 for 19, 6 for 20. Those are the type of games he got to have because you're the Defensive Player of the Year. So that's what I think of. And I don't think of and don't get me wrong, they're important to the team, but just somebody who can just weak side block. And just because you're big and you get blocks, I don't consider that. But it's important. But I don't consider that as
primary.
Yeah, because I need somebody on these wings chasing these dudes who averaging 30, 35. Them could have a crazy night and get 60 or 70 on us. I need somebody to stop them.
I need you to be aggressive without fouling.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm. It does feel like you were saying, this shows the biggest difference between regular season and postseason. Like I think Gobert he's shown he's a dominant regular season defender.
Yeah.
The postseason, I don't want to say it's two different styles of basketball. Maybe y'all can speak. Is it two different styles? I would say, is it two different styles of basketball?
Because look at it now. Now you have a lot more key figures playing on these other teams. Regular season, you dealing with the whole league. So half of them going to be fucking scared of him anyway because he's 7'4", 7'5".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they ain't never, like you said, they ain't never seen a dude that tall before.
Yeah.
That kind of wingspan.
Yeah, but when you're used to it, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of easy for you to do, especially when you know he's not fleet of feet.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like the shit, we seen how Kyrie hit the little lefty hook over the outstretched arm of Rudy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm used to seeing 7-footers, or maybe he used to seeing that 7'4", 7'5" for this series, but a lot of the younger guys in the league, they aren't used to seeing that. So yeah, he's gonna get those blocks because they don't know how to attack him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But you now, what is it, playoff time, money time, you got more experienced guys who know how to attack that 7'4", 7'5" frame.
Yeah. And also when you're in the season, you're just playing games. So I might, so like, just say I'm a Eastern Conference team and I'm playing against a Western Conference team. We play you twice a year. We play you once at home, once on the road. We might play you in December. I might not play you again until March. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't got a good feel for you. I'm not, this is just a scouting report. Hey, let's stop this, stop that. Hopefully we get a win tonight. But in the playoffs,
came in from a different city.
Yeah, we just came in from a different series. We play, but in playoffs now, okay, we can really home in and lock in on everything, weaknesses, strengths, and all that stuff. We can really get detailed on it too, and we can give you more information. Because you don't want to overload the guys. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to overload them for information. You want to, make it small as possible so they can just, all right, this is what it is. You don't want them thinking, you want them reacting. So now we're in the playoffs. Now we give them more detailed stuff. This is what it is. This is the game plan. This is what he can and can't do. We might throw a bunch of analytic stuff at you just to kind of just give you, a bunch of not useless, but information that can help you if you're into that stuff. But when you're in the regular season, you just, like you said, we might have just got in from New Orleans. We flew in from New Orleans. We played New Orleans. Now we done came up to Minnesota. We don't, but we're from LA. You know what I'm saying? Time zones, all this type of stuff. Let's just play this game.
People hurt. People
You know what I'm
in
saying?
and
So it's
out,
just so the scouting report is the sheet is probably this big. You know what I'm saying? But when we're in the playoffs, the sheet get a lot bigger because now it's more detailed.
Last thing before we get out the door, Donovan Mitchell. Sounds like he has a ton of control in Cleveland. This is from ESPN's Brian Windhorst. He says, quote, "What Donovan has with the Cavs is what LeBron has with the Lakers. In fact, it might even be stronger." End quote. Do we believe he has like that much influence?
He got a chokehold on him.
He's younger.
Got the chokehold on him.
You know.
It sounds like he got that Reggie
Come here, boy.
on him.
Got that.
Well, I mean, he's like you said, he's younger.
With the headlock going in. Come here, boy.
They traded all that
Come
stuff
here.
for him,
Yeah.
and he eligible for the new contract, which he could be like, "No, I'll wait,"
Yeah.
and force their hand. So he might have that stranglehold on him.
Yeah. I mean, we saw that with the firing of the coach.
They got that pop, the power of the player, baby.
You know.
The power of the player now, man. It's totally different now. Like these guys playing the game and they playing it well.
Yeah,
got
I ain't
some-
mad at him.
I was say, does that bother you guys? or
No, it don't bother me not one bit because when we were playing shit, all the power was in the front office. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were disgruntled with the team or somebody on the team and you like, oh man, I want to be traded, this and that. They like, man, whatever. Go sit the fuck down, cool the fuck off.
Yeah.
You good. You know what I'm saying? Unless you did some outrageous shit like, oh, you got a
he was
DUI crash or, every time you at practice you fighting a teammate or some shit. All right, then they gonna get rid of you. But if you just say it, like, nah, just go sit down. Go relax. You all right. We give you a couple extra shots next game.
Yeah.
Or next practice. Like,
right.
You'll
be all right, yeah.
You'll be good. But now, that they like, yo, I don't like this shit. I don't like this coach, that coach. I don't like the trainer. I don't like the fucking GM. I don't like the president of basketball operations, whoever it may be.
Yeah.
If that star player got some beef with them, then he can get them up out of there, which on one hand, I like it because it gives the players power, but on the other hand, I don't like it because for the simple fact, everybody in the front office now is going to be walking on eggshells and kissing ass.
How do you draw that line? Yeah, exactly to what you're saying. Where and how do you draw that line?
It's tough, man. It's really tough because, how you gonna say something to a guy you give him $60 million to, $50 million to, you know what
A
I'm saying?
year.
A year. You know what I'm saying? And he got us in the
You know
chokehold.
he has the power, and he knows he has the power.
And he got a chokehold the
Yeah.
next 4 years on us. Like we done signed his man for 5 years, $300 million.
Hired his trainer.
You know what I'm
hired his
saying? Like,
man
oh,
on,
so them the backroom deals that we don't even talk about. Like your man's got to be on this person,
Yeah.
this person. Some random dude that you grew up with. Now he the head of security for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
He the head of security because that's your man, and you
Right.
can pull those type of strings. And and as a player, ex-player, I love it. Only way I would be mad at Donovan Mitchell if I was the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And other than that, I would be happy in real life, so I wouldn't be mad. But I mean, you're supposed to play that card because everybody don't get a chance to play those cards, and he's playing the hand he's dealt. He's talented, and he know what he wants, and if he can. Have a chokehold on an organization like that, and you can kind of move some chess pieces, kind of like in a alleged LeBron manner. I would do
Why
it too.
not, right?
Why not?
Man, which trump cards? Spades, diamonds.
Yeah, what we doing?
Playing them all.
What we
Yeah.
doing? What we
What's gonna
doing?
be Trump?
What we
Like,
doing? What we
like,
doing?
man, yeah, you got to take advantage of it. I mean, I'm happy for them. Again, like I said, for that aspect of it. Like,
Yeah.
I do got the power.
You got the power.
But yeah, it's gonna create a lot of fake shit with the organizations if they're not a hundo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got some top-notch cats up in that front office who's some real motherfuckers, then yeah.
They can't last that way. That'll do it for us today, boys.
Hey,
Get in, get out.
man, I like it. We didn't talk about the Pacers one time.
I heard y'all got that victory though.
Did they pull it out?
Yeah, that beach volleyball. Yeah,
I
They
was-
got the
I was
dub
waiting
out.
on- I was waiting
They
on-
had the fresher legs, you know what
They
I'm
got
saying?
the dub salute.
They had the fresher legs out there, you know what I'm saying? So y'all beat that beach volleyball game against my Sixers. Good job.
Well, you know what? We haven't done this in a while, and I know somebody who still owe me two. Let me get a cockroach for you.
Right
talking crazy.
now?
Right now.
I'm a dead cockroach. I'm a dead cockroach. I'm a dead cockroach.
You still owe me one.
If you want to join in on the
Oh, yeah, if it ain't tomorrow, your statute of limitations
It
is up.
is. It is.
All right.
Okay. Give some the people something to look forward to tomorrow.
We'll have
People
one.
want to show 'em.
We'll start one tomorrow on the show immediately.
If you want to join in on the NBA action with Underdog, sign up. Use code SHEED. Underdog will give you up to $250
Hashtag Bonzi.
in bonus cash and a special pick. And as a reminder, you can get audio versions every episode of Sheed and Tyler on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. For Sheed, for Bonzi, for myself, for Underdog, for Shine on the Bathroom Cam, we appreciate y'all. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Sean in there singing that Nelly, singing Kelly
Hey,
Rowland
he hit
part.
that high note for Lou.
Singing Kelly Rowland part.
Take this bankroll home. Take it over to Magic City.